the latest horror film of 2024.
The Unwelcome Visitor, created by the Smile team. The film is based on folk horror legend in just a few days. It won the North American Horror Film Ticket Champion. It's so scary, hurry up and watch it with your friends in the big park. Rumor has it that in a strange cave in the forest, there is a very scary monster. Its face is bright and it's a special target for children. And every child caught by it will end up in a terrible end. But there are always a few who don't believe in evil and are not afraid of death. They want to see if this is true or not. They came to that creepy cave to find the rumored Buddha. Unexpectedly, as soon as they turned around, the big tree behind them fell down. Pat was not only not afraid, but also walked over there, even if his friends tried to persuade him. He didn't listen, and just after Pat walked over, a strange sound suddenly came from the cave where he was invisible. But even so, Pat didn't care at all. He continued to open the way for his friend, but at this moment, Pat was frightened by this scene. But the Buddha didn't kill him, but just took his hat. What? Decades later, Pat became a husband and a child, and he had long forgotten the terrible experience of his childhood, and the family lived happily ever after. But on that night, when he was packing his stuff, the light at the door suddenly flashed and there was a strange movement behind him. He was a little curious. Is it possible that someone is sneaking in the middle of the night? He went to check with a flashlight. He didn't expect that he had been looking in the woods for a long time. Not only did he not find anyone, but also found a scary mutant mouse. He ran to the backyard and finally lost his breath. What? He thought that after tonight, the strange thing would not happen again. Maybe all this had just begun. That day, Parker went out to work. His wife was at home browsing Weibo. His son was playing alone in the yard. But when he was swinging the swing, he suddenly saw a child coming out of nowhere. He first shook hands with Jack, and then turned around and walked into the woods. Jack, who saw this situation, chased him without thinking. And as he got deeper, he soon saw the boy again. But he didn't know that the boy in front of him was the one who was disguised. Fortunately, his mother found him in time, and Jack was lucky to avoid a disaster. However, although his son was safe, he always felt something was wrong. You said there was no one in the forest. How could the child go there? For this, he told his husband everything that happened in the day. Listening to his wife's story, Pat suddenly felt very uneasy. Pat was very anxious. He recalled his experience last night. He was thinking about his son. The fear of being controlled by the Buddha was also on his mind. He was not only suspicious of the Buddha,